Everybody, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing and to the Ultimate Racing League for our BTCC Replica Championship. This is round one, race 3, and we're down in Chichester at Goodwood Racing Circuit. Two good races so far, considering we've only got a few on the grid. Actually, we had two retirements in race 2 due to technical issues, so we're now down to only 7 drivers. So the guys spread out a little bit, but it's only a 15-minute race. Tyre wear has been pushed up a little bit, so it's going to be interesting to see how the guys on soft tyres get on. So without further ado, let's have a quick look down the grid and then we'll get the race underway. You can see the headlights are on, so light is starting to fade here at Goodwood. So if it gets dark, it's going to be interesting. It's a tough enough track in the daylight. We'll see how they get on. It does look like a bit of a reverse grid this time around. So we've got the Saint on pole position. We've got Fazzy just behind him in second. Hawkeye is third. Bob is fourth. Fifth is Stealth. Aussie Rooster sixth, with Willard, race 2 winner, at the back in 7th. So yeah, unfortunately only 7 on grid, but let's just see how they get on, shall we? So let's get them lights out. Grid start then for the final race here at Goodwood. And the Saint gets us away. Fazzy again, a fantastic start. That BMW really does take off the line, doesn't it? Oh, the dog's coming to say hello now. Got me right off. So Fazzy into the lead then before they get to turn 1. Then we've got Hawkeye in second. The Saint has dropped to third. Bob in fourth. Willard fifth. 6th is Stealth, and 7th is Aussie Rooster. All very bunched up behind her Hawkeye now. So Fazzy really taken off. He is on those soft tyres, but let's see how long they last. Hawkeye in second, also on the soft tyres. Then we've got Bob also on softs. A lot of people going with the soft tyres. Oh, and somebody's gone off. Who? Where? What? Let's have a look. We're going to have to go back and have a look-see, aren't we? Because I didn't see who that is. Now then, we are with Bob. Now, was it Bob that went off? As we come up towards turn 3, let's just have a look. As he went down the gears. Everything okay so far? Oh, touch of the grass there before entering St Mary's, and there we go. Yeah, it was Bob that went off. He just caught the grass on the entry into turn 4. And did well actually to hold on to it and get back on the track as quickly as possible. Got dirty tyres now though, so got to be careful. But now down into 7th goes Bob. But as I say, a brilliant catch, really. Could have gone a lot worse for him. Ended up with a reset and he'd have been a lot further back than this. So he's still got the pack in sight as we see the Saint and Willard having a bit of a battle there for P4. Aussie Rooster in P6 as they come around the final turn before hitting the chicane where it can all go wrong. But looks like the Saint went very wide into the exit of there, and that's allowed Aussie Rooster to get a lot closer and actually make the move on him. So Aussie Rooster now moves up into 5th ahead of the Saint. The Saint now coming under attack from Bob as well. Let's jump on board with Bob as we go into turn 1. Taking as much of the track as you possibly can and then getting the power down nice and early. But nobody, well, the point of looking behind is a look at that. So Bob playing catch up now. We've got the Saint just ahead of us. Aussie Rooster in 5th, just in front of the Saint. Into turn 3 then. This is where it all went wrong for Bob. Last lap. Has he managed to get it right this time? Yes, he has. Oh, but somebody else hasn't. It's Hawkeye. Hawkeye got it wrong. Out of turn 4, it's almost the same as Bob there. Just on the opposite side. It spun him round on a big old kiss with the barrier or tyre wall or whatever it is there. But the Hawkeye, big spin out of turn 4, and that's put him down in 7th. So Bob back up now in amongst into this race, in amongst the pack. He's now eyeing up the Saint as they go down Levant Straight. Makes that look like the Saint was actually stood still, didn't it? So plenty of power in this Honda. Into turn 6 at Woodcote Corner, and Bob really making up some ground, isn't he? He's now got Aussie Rooster right in front of him, who's holding on to P4. You can see just ahead of him we've got Willard and Stealth. Fazzy has actually took off. Oh, let's get the right camera again. So Fazzy has gone and really is showing a clean pair of heels. He is on those soft tyres, so he's going to have to be careful. We are only into the 3rd minute of this race. and the wear is starting to creep in, so Fazzy really does need to try and look after those tyres, otherwise they're just going to go on him towards the end of the race. Then we've got Stealth also on the softs as well, so again another one to be careful of tyres. You do not want to be hitting them curbs too hard if you want to preserve your tyres. Willard, he is in third at the minute on the mediums. Then we've got Aussie Rooster. We've got Bob on softs as well, so Willard and Aussie Rooster, a bit of a disadvantage for the first part of the race, but as the race progresses and the tyre wear really starts to kick in, then the boys on the medium tyres should have the advantage. You can see Bob, well, making it look very easy as he passes Aussie Rooster then, but Bob on those soft tyres. Willard is next on his list to get past, so Bob pushing hard now to try and get by Willard. Aussie Rooster down into 5th. The Saint is in 6th with Hawkeye in 7th after that spill he had earlier on the soft tyres though, so he should be able to make some ground up. Hoping he can catch up to the rest of the pack. Fazzy on the other hand, he's gone, completely gone, but like I keep saying, he's going to have to look after those tyres. He's got the fastest lap at the minute, a 1:16.8. And really is starting to open up a gap back to Stealth. Stealth though just going about his business. He's done a 1:17.4. So Stealth doing a 1:17.4, so not that far off the pace. What's that, about 8/10, something like that. Willard, his fastest is a 1:18, but then again he is on the medium tyres, and as I say, they really will start to kick in a little bit later on in this race. We are only 5 minutes into this 15-minute final race here at Goodwood. Bob in 4th, doing everything he can to keep Aussie Rooster behind him. Aussie Rooster really pushing hard. Let's jump on board with Aussie, shall we? As we go into the chicane, back on the power. A good exit there from Bob. You can see he opened up quite a gap there back to Aussie Rooster. Aussie was very close to him, having a proper good sniff around the rear end of Bob's car before entering into the chicane, but what a great exit Bob got. Really does look like a good prospect, does Bob. Very good, clean, very quick racer. As I say, I raced with him last night for the first time, and yeah, I think he's going to do well. Now I've got the laptop telling me off now, but it's about out of battery, so that's going to run down as well. Oh, it's all going wrong this morning. Just important phone calls, the battery on my laptop dying. I need to shut that down. So we shall do that. As Aussie Rooster tries to apply the pressure to Bob through the turns at Goodwood onto Levant Straight, then bury that accelerator into the carpet of this car. Not that it's got carpet, but he's certainly pushing it as hard as he possibly can into turn 6 at Woodcote Corner. Very nicely done from Aussie, and also Bob just ahead then into the chicane. Now that was a better exit from Aussie Rooster, and it's got him a lot closer now to Bob as they come across the start finish line to start lap 6. He's a lot closer to Bob now, where the challenge is going to be over the next couple of laps. So let's just have a look, see what's happening elsewhere. Hawkeye in 6th. Oh, a long way back, isn't he? And then the Saint even further back in 7th. Fazzy though out in front. Well, he's going to be catching up with the Saint at this rate. Fazzy got the fastest lap, a 16.6, but tyre wear starting to kick in now, and if you have a look at the front left, it is going to start to hurt him pretty soon, so he needs to look after them tyres. Stealth doing a great job of looking after the tyres. Actually, he's not really got a lot of wear on his soft tyres. So Stealth looking good at the minute. He's got Willard just behind him on the mediums. They really are starting to come into their own now. So Stealth just, well, he's having to look after the tyres, which is probably costing him a little bit of time. Willard, let's have a look at the time, shall we? Yeah, there we go. You see, Stealth, the last lap was a 1:18.2. Willard was a 1:17.5. So Willard gained a little bit on Stealth, but Stealth looking after his tyres as Willard gets onto the grass. Needs to get them tyres clean before they exit turn one, otherwise he'll find himself over there on the left hand side on the grass. It seems a lot better this race, this third race. The guys seem to be getting a lot more used to the track and they're not spinning off as much as they did in the first race. But at the minute we've got Fazzy out in front, Stealth in second, closely followed by Willard in third. Then we've got Bob in fourth. He's got LG Rooster giving him a lot of attention in that Ford. Then we've got Hawkeye in sixth with the Saint in seventh. And he's going to have a mirror full of Fazzy very shortly, as Fazzy still not sparing the horses. His fastest lap is a 1:16.2. His last lap was a 1:16.8. So he really doesn't care about the tyres, does he? Or the fuel. He's just under half a tank. Let's have a look at the time. Ooh, now then, he might just about do it fuel-wise. Big question mark is going to be over the tyres. You can see the front left is about 45% wear now. So that tyre is going to start hurting him. Stealth a lot better with his tyres, so can he start to catch up to Fazzy, or has Fazzy done enough in the early part of this race that he can just limp home to take the win? It's going to be an interesting running, isn't it? Willard sitting in third. His tyres, well, they are better than Stealth. Stealth is on the soft tyres, Willard on the medium, so you would expect his tyres to be better, but not by a massive amount. Stealth has done an absolute fantastic job of looking after his tyres and the fuel. He got just over half a tank. Willard as well, just over half a tank of fuel, so they're going to be okay fuel-wise. The big worry at the minute is Fazzy. Did he go off too early, too quick? Front left really wearing out. The fuel burning through it. He obviously thinks he's got enough. We've got 5 minutes of this race to go. We've got Bob in fourth, just over half a tank. He's looked after his tyres quite well as Bob, so he should be okay towards the end of the race. Aussie Rooster in fifth with Hawkeye in sixth and the Saint in seventh. As I said before, the Saint is going to have a mirror full of Fazzy very shortly, but the Saint will keep going, which is what it's all about. So there we go, Fazzy coming up behind the Saint very shortly. I'm sure the Saint will do everything he can to move out of Fazzy's way and let him pass at the earliest opportunity. But this is good racing from the Saint actually. He's not come off the track yet. I'm not going to put the curse on him, hopefully, but I've not seen him come off the track or anything, so everything is all nice and clean. Now the blue flags are being waved. He's still got plenty of time. In fact, it's probably a good position for him to move over and let Fazzy go by. He's on the Levant straight now then. Well, really, Saint doesn't need to ease off. It's up to Fazzy to catch up. But the Saint, I'm sure, will move out of his way as soon as Fazzy gets within touching distance. Yeah, good. This is a good lap from the Saint. We're just going to stick with him just to see what kind of lap time he's getting. But this is a decent lap from him. Could this be his fastest? Oh, not quite. No, he just eased off there. Just compromised his fastest lap. He just eased off just to let Fazzy through. I knew he would. He'd done the right thing there. A 1:21. His fastest lap is 1:19. I think he could have beat it that lap actually. He just eased off at the end there just to let Fazzy through. So out in front then Fazzy. Well, with a massive gap. Those tyres now about 55% wear at the front left. So let's keep an eye on him. You can see the whole weight of the BMW leaning on that left-hand tyre as he goes around them right-hand bends. So let's just follow him as we go through turn 5 at Levant corner. You can see everything leaning on that front left. It's almost cocking its leg, isn't it, that BMW? As Fazzy fights to keep it on track. We've got Stealth in second still, looking okay. He's Stealth, he's looking good for a podium finish again. He's had a good outing, hasn't he? Really enjoyed his trip down to Goodwood as Stealth. Good to see him back on track. Willard in third, race 2 winner. Looks like he could get himself on the podium again. Just shut everything down. Go. So yeah, Willard looking for another podium finish. Then we've got Bob looking for his first podium, I think. Sitting in 4th, he's on the soft tyres as well, really looked after them well. Aussie Rooster in 5th with Hawkeye in 6th and the Saint in 7th. Another phone call. I'm popular today, aren't I? So Fazzy then, let's keep an eye on that tyre. So we've got 2.5 minutes to go, so he should be okay, should Fazzy. Not going to be a lot of that front left tyre left at the end of the race, but I think he's got a big enough gap back to Stealth to not be troubled too much. He can afford to ease up. His last lap was a 1:18.6, fastest lap a 16.67, 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap. And yeah, why not try and preserve what little tyre you've got left, Fazzy. You've only got one more lap to do then, so he's going to come round this final turn. He's going to go through the chicane, and we are into the last minute, so this will be the final lap for Fazzy. Then won't be the final lap for everybody actually. Stealth still in 2nd, Willard in 3rd, Bob in 4th as we follow them through the chicane. Aussie Rooster is going to be in 5th. Then we've got quite a gap then back to Hawkeye. Really not been his day, has it? But he'll be back next week, I'm sure, even stronger. I'm not quite sure where we are next week. It's going to be a nice surprise for all of us, isn't it? The Saint down in 7th. So we might as well just stick with Fazzy, our race leader then, as he takes us into turn 5 for the final turn at Levant corner. Fuel light flashing now, but he's not bothered. He knows he's got enough to get him to the checkered flag. Front left tyre really looking sorry for itself, but played an absolute blinder has Fazzy. Into Woodcote then for the final time. Great racing from him. Winner of race 1, and going to be crowned winner of race 3 as well. So altogether a good trip for Fazzy as he takes the checkered flag. Then we've got Stealth, brilliant racing from Stealth. We'll be pleased with that. Good to see him up on the podium again as the Saint crosses the line in 7th. Then we've got Willard in 3rd. We have got Bob in 4th. Aussie Rooster will come across the line in 5th with Hawkeye just coming up to turn 6 now, and he will finish in 6th. So it's all good points actually, because of a couple of the guys dropping out. So even finishing 6th is still a good position. If you had 16 on there, you would be really pleased with 6th. So well done to Hawkeye, good points for him. So yeah, that was round 1 of the BTCC. I'm not sure how many rounds there is. There's usually around about 10. So we've got some good racing ahead of us. Not sure where we are next week, so it'll be a nice surprise for all of us. But keep an eye out for it. If you enjoy these races, remember, just hit that like button. If you've not subscribed, then do us a favour and please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I shall be back very shortly. Take